We have not seen him since that awesome match against Mitsuharu Misawa January 4th at Wrestle Kingdom. Tonight, your IWGP World Heavyweight Champion Kobashi returns. Throwdown starts right now.
Unbelievable! Sucker-Red! Oh my God! Irene! That's good night, Irene! That's good night, Irene! Damn!
If you enjoyed Wrestle Kingdom, our last pay-per-view offering, if you enjoy Throwdown right here every Thursday, it's March 5th. It's our next pay-per-view extravaganza. It's wrestling Dantaku. Do not miss it. Takeshi Morishima advanced. Scott Flash Norton advanced. Tonight, will it be El Samurai? Will it be Shinjiro Otani? We're going to find out right now. Catchweight Championship Tournament action on deck.
The hottest battle of great wrestling. Shinjiro Otani. From Pro Wrestling 0.
Making his way down the aisle, it's Shinjiro Otani, a man who's been very successful both in Japan as well as the United States. We're going to get into some of his credentials as this match gets underway. First round, Catchweight Championship Tournament action, Shinjiro Otani taking on a man you saw on last Throwdown, taking on El Samurai, as we wait for Otani to get into the ring, as we wait for the arrival of El Samurai, two very evenly matched wrestlers in terms of height and weight here. Which individual comes out here tonight? Get ready, it's Catchweight Championship Tournament time. If you've been following Throwdown, if you've been following the ins and outs of the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Division, you know there are certain names that keep coming up in the mix. One of those names is the man making his way down the aisle right now, El Samurai. A man who was removed from the building last week when he got into an altercation, when he got into a physical fight with Jushin Thunder Liger backstage. We had to show you a highlight match from an untelevised event. If you have not seen that match, we welcome you to check out the Throwdown library and go back and watch it. We're going to talk about those situations, and we're going to respectfully talk about these two amazing athletes about to do battle in a couple of seconds when this contest gets underway. The bell sounds. The fighters are ready. We welcome you back to Throwdown, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, it's your boy, Arachnid Soul, intellectual and voracious as always. Let's identify the fighters in this Catchweight Championship Tournament. You know the man. You've seen the man. It's El Samurai in the mask, in the black with the white with the silver trim, in the red and black with the zigzag pattern. That trademark look, it's Shinjiro Otani. Collar and elbow tie-up at center ring there. Otani snatches that side headlock. Otani in the early control switches into the front chancery now. Let's see if El Samurai has the out. There it is, Aurora Borealis, the released Northern Light suplex. Schoolboy, early on, referee in position, not even a 1 count. Let's talk about the height and the weight of these fighters. El Samurai, 5'11". Shinjiro Otani, also 5'11". Shinjiro Otani does have a slight weight advantage of about 22 pounds. Otani coming in tonight at 122 kilograms. That's about 225 pounds. El Samurai coming out at only 92 kilograms. That's about 203 pounds. Let's talk about the history of these two fighters. Let's talk about the fact that El Samurai actually trained in New Japan Pro Wrestling, in the dojo, not the Los Angeles one, the original one in Tokyo, Japan. It was in the 90s that El Samurai traveled to Mexico for seasoning. It was in a promotion known as Lucha Libre Internacional, where he founded the gimmick of El Samurai. Greco-Roman style backdrop driver, great counter that time by Otani. El Samurai kips up, grabs Otani from behind, cinches his man up, and there's a belly-to-back suplex. There's a receipt from the man in the Lucha Libre mask. Otani shot off to the corner. In comes El Samurai, boot up from Otani. Otani with the Yakuza kick. Snatches El Samurai. Maybe looking for a powerbomb here? Yes! Nails El Samurai with the powerbomb, does Otani. Otani not following up with the cover. Picks his man up. Forearm shiver to the kidneys. Let's talk about some of the history of Otani. Let's talk about his history in the United States. Otani, the very first WCW World Cruiserweight Champion. Now, I know a lot of people are going to say, wait a minute, we thought Brian Pillman was the very first World Cruiserweight Champion. We've heard you talk in the past about the man who's currently the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion, Jushin Thunder Liger, and the battles that he had with Brian Pillman for said WCW World Cruiserweight Championship. Well, allow me to tell you the story behind that championship. It was when Eric Bischoff took over WCW. When Eric Bischoff became president of World Championship Wrestling, that he took the then WCW Light Heavyweight Championship, which in 1996 was vacant, and to show respect to not only cruiserweights, but to that Cruiserweight Championship, he renamed the belt the Cruiserweight Championship. There was a tournament held for that vacant belt. The two finalists, a man some of you in the United States will know, hell, a man many of you around the world will know, a man wrestling as Wild Pegasus. The Pegasus Kid, maybe better known to some of you as the Crippler Chris Benoit. It was Benoit and Otani in '96 in the finals. Otani won that match, and in doing so, the WCW Light Heavyweight Championship was renamed the WCW Cruiserweight Championship. Now back to the action. Otani looking for a springboard here, comes off the top rope, missile drop kick, nobody home. Otani known for those sick missile drop kicks off the springboard, for those sick spinning heel kicks off the springboard. Full head of steam, speak of the devil, there's the spinning heel kick from Otani, follows up with the stomp. Schoolboy, there's a receipt from earlier on. It does not get the job done. Shinjiro Otani staying on his man. We can also talk about some of the American wrestlers who've taken moves from Shinjiro Otani, some of them respectfully. It was in 2002 that a man by the name of Samoa Joe was mentored to some degree backstage at Ring of Honor events when Otani was touring the United States. Many of you have seen Samoa Joe use that face wash, that boot rake to the seated opponent in the corner. That move most notably used by one Shinjiro Otani. Otani now sent into the corner. El Samurai cinching his man up top, maybe looking for that trademark Frankensteiner. There it is. Wait a minute. No, it's countered by Otani. Sit out avalanche powerbomb, a move that injured Naomichi Marufuji about 2 months ago. Otani once again looking for a springboard. It's a springboard knee that does connect. Otani shoots the half, lateral press, does not even get a 1 count. El Samurai still alive in this contest, still kicking, still breathing in this awesome tournament match. In close with the drop kick in the corner. Shades of Austin Aries about 5 seconds ago. Otani now cinching his man El Samurai up top. El Samurai drops off the top rope. Hooks Otani 3/4 cravat chancery into the RNC, into that rear shin lock. Otani finally let out that time by El Samurai. Let's talk about some of the finishing moves these two individuals will look for. Wait a minute, it looks like El Samurai going for a trademark here, Tornado DDT, but thrown off by Otani. Otani going for another cover, not even a 1 count. In terms of signatures, in terms of trademarks, in terms of favorite holds, in terms of signature finishing favorite trademark holds, If we're talking about Shinjiro Otani, his bread and butter is that bridging dragon suplex. That full Nelson back into that suplex, dropping his opponent head first and then shoulders shortly after and pinning them with that bridging combination. If we talk about El Samurai known for using the Samurai Bomb. It's a modified power bomb. He doesn't sit out, he doesn't stand up, he drops down to his knees with it and stays on his opponents in a double leg folding press. El Samurai also known to use a modified elevated reverse or inverted DDT. He's won many matches with those holds as well as the Frankensteiner hold. Shinjiro Otani, one of the best technical wrestlers in the sport of Puro Wrestler anywhere in the world over the past 30 years. Shinjiro Otani, fired, poised, will look for another powerbomb, will score with it. Wait a minute, no, there's that Frankensteiner. What? No. El Samurai looking for the win there. Did not get it. Samurai staying on his man. Irish whip, hammerlock throw to the ropes. Shinjiro Otani comes back, shoulder block, diving forearm. There's the drop kick. Both men here exchanging leather. Otani comes out on top. Maybe looking for another springboard as he goes out onto the skirt. And look at how smart El Samurai is. El Samurai standing next to Otani about 5 seconds ago to avoid any springboard. Otani gets the boot up in the corner. Shoulder block to the kidneys. Otani back in control here. Otani once again shoots the half. Lateral press. Does not get a 1 count even that time. And Otani staying on his man. El Samurai hooks Otani from behind. Wait a minute. Stretch plum. There's that elevated reverse DDT we talked about. That'll be it. North-south cover. 1, 2. No! Otani gets that right shoulder up off the canvas at the last second. Otani still in this. Otani still showing his fighting spirit. Otani still showing the world he wants to advance in this catchweight championship tournament. Now when we talk about some of the other finishing moves of Otani, we talked about the Dragon Suplex. Let's talk about the King Cobra Clutch. Let's talk about the Shinonaki, the Cobra Clutch into that bridging, beautifully executed pinning suplex. Will we see that tonight? Otani also a master of a powerbomb variation, the sit-out spiral bomb. It was last week in tag team action. Jushin Thunder Liger teamed up with El Samurai. They took on Minoru Tanaka and Naomichi Marufuji. In that contest, it was Naomichi Marufuji and Minoru Tanaka scoring the dupe, getting the win when Minoru Tanaka countered a Frankensteiner attempt by El Samurai with a sunset flip. 1, 2, 3. Liger was not pleased. Jushin Thunder Liger, the junior heavyweight champion. El Samurai is gunning for him. Naomichi Marufuji is gunning for him. Minoru Tanaka is gunning for him. And a little bit later on tonight, we're going to have a massive surprise regarding next week's Throwdown. You want to stay tuned. You do not want to miss that. Comes off the top, went for that trademark spinning leg lariat off the springboard, missed, cover, not even a 1 count. A trademark move of Shinjiro Otani. Otani shot off to the ropes that time, hammerlock throw, comes back. There's the shoulder block. What an awesome match it has been. These two going all out. These two men looking to advance into round number 2 of this awesome catchweight championship tournament. We talked earlier, Takeshi Morishima, Scott Flash Jordan already advanced. We've seen finishers. We've seen trademarks. Nothing has worked. Shinjiro Otani switching up his strategy here. Coming off the top. Let's see what this is. Front face lock. What a sick avalanche brainbuster. If he can top him, that'll be it. If he can cover him. 1, 2. I believe this is it. Yes. Shinjiro Otani is your winner. He will advance into the next round of your catchweight championship tournament. And there you see those updated brackets. Once again, Shinjiro Otani has advanced. Stay tuned in weeks to come. We've got more of this awesome catchweight championship tournament. we're gonna lay out here for a second and let you enjoy the awesome entrance of your IWGP World Championship and that awesome trademark entrance theme of Kenta Kobashi. We hope you enjoyed that. I always love hearing that piece of music. One of my favorite wrestling entrance themes ever. Let's talk about the man already in the ring. Let's talk about Manabu Nakanishi. This man not to be taken lightly. Very similar in height and weight to the man making his way down the aisle right now, Kenta Kobashi. We will talk more about both of these individuals in a couple of seconds when your main event of Thursday Night Throwdown gets underway. We have not seen Kenta Kobashi since January 4th, since that Wrestle Kingdom main event when he was successful in defeating Mitsuharu Misawa and retaining his IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. It's your Thursday Night Throwdown main event, and it's coming up right now. During the last match, we talked about a surprise we have coming up for you next week. Here it is, Minoru Tanaka, Naomichi Marufuji, the first time these two have ever met here on Throwdown. Both men undefeated in Throwdown. Both men want to win this tournament, potentially to get a shot at Jushin Thunder Liger next week, next Thursday. It is must-watch TV. Join us here. One of the streaks ends next week, next Thursday night. That's your main event. Do not miss it. You hear that opening bell. What's going on? Once again, it's your boy Arachnid Soul here for the Throwdown main event. Manabu Nakanishi, Kenta Kobashi. Let's identify the fighters for you. Manabu Nakanishi is the man you see in the black trunks, in the black boots, but without knee pads. The other individual in the black trunks, in the black knee pads, in the black boots, with that trademark purple trim is none other than your reigning IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, Kenta Kobashi. Greco-Roman backdrop suplex there by Nakanishi. Nakanishi early on has been all over the champion. This is the long-awaited return of Kenta Kobashi. Short lariato. Drops the back elbow. Kenta Kobashi back up. Let's talk about what these two individuals will look to do here tonight. Nakanishi just needs to hang with the world champion. He doesn't need to beat him, but if he can just hang with him, this will make his career. He's got a shot here to boost himself into superstardom in one night, in one match, in one episode of Throwdown, in one main event. We talk about Kenta Kobashi. We can talk about a man who's been on one hell of a tear. We can talk about January 4th Wrestle Kingdom. It was the main event, in my opinion, the best Throwdown match ever. If you have not seen that event, if you have not seen that match, we invite you to check out the Throwdown Library playlist. It was that night that Kenta Kobashi defeated Mitsuharu Misawa, like we said earlier, to retain his IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. Kenta Kobashi here, looking for an early powerbomb, does not get it. Manabu Nakanishi with the squat and the backdrop on the champion. The heights, the weights, very similar here. Kenta Kobashi, your champion, coming in tonight at 6'1", weighing 254 pounds. That's about 115 kilograms. Manabu Nakanishi, 6'1", slight weight advantage. And when I say slight, I'm talking the difference of 5 to 6 pounds. 260 pounds, that's 120 kilos. Burning lariat! Kenta Kobashi, early on, burning lariato! Manabu Nakanishi wisely rolls to the outside, wisely gives himself a breather outside the ring where he will not be safe. Side headlock now on the entrance ramp. Greco-Roman backdrop suplex. Let's talk Greco-Roman. Let's talk about Nakanishi's credentials. This man competed in Greco-Roman wrestling in the Olympics. This man was an awesome amateur wrestler. He's an awesome professional wrestler. Hell, he might be an awesome up-and-coming main eventer if he can win this match tonight against Kobashi-san. Some of you American wrestling fans might remember Nakanishi. Nakanishi wrestled in the 90s in the United States in Eric Bischoff's World Championship Wrestling as Kurosawa. He teamed up with Ming most of the time. Notable feuds against Sting. Notable feuds against the Road Warriors. And I think one thing that we'll always remember this man for in the United States was that Clash of the Champions, where he actually broke Road Warrior Hawk's arm. Road Warrior Hawk, being the tough son of a bitch that he is, in return trained Nakanishi. And when I say trained, I don't mean in pro wrestling. When I say trained, I'm talking about in the gym. The kid needed to pack on a little bit more weight to be a little bit more aggressive in the ring. The Road Warriors not only helping Nakanishi do so, but also helping the other man in the ring, Kenta Kobashi, in All Japan Pro Wrestling, pack on weight, pack on lean muscle. Nakanishi looking to roll outside, fights back after being caught, backhand knife edge chop from the champion. Keep your eyes, half Nelson suplex! I was just about to say, keep your eyes on the suplex prowess of one Kenta Kobashi, and we see Manabu Nakanishi a couple of seconds ago getting dropped on his dome. Juji Gatami attempt there from the champion. Nakanishi keeping the clasp that time to block it, short lariat. Spinning back fist does not connect, the knee strike does. And we can talk about that trademark spinning back fist of Kenta Kobashi. The Kenzagiri, that spinning back fist, he likes to connect with your head, your nose, your neck. He doesn't care. Ask any number of wrestlers in Japan. Hell, ask any number of wrestlers in the United States. Samoa Joe will tell you firsthand what it's like. Follows that up with the Cobra Twist, the abdominal stretch, as the viewers in the United States will recognize it. Standing switch that time, Nakanishi with a bridging release German, one of his trademark holds. Does not stay on Kobashi for the cover. Kobashi fighting back from underneath. There's another Savate kick. Kobashi grabs his man. Front facelock DDT, that time from your IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. Picking the ankle into the Achilles lock, into the single leg Boston Crab. Keeps it for a second before letting it go and picking Manabu Nakanishi up one more time. Front facelock, let's see what this is. Low vertical base there from Nakanishi, who reverses the suplex with a suplex of his own, with a brain buster of his own. Nakanishi, like we said, does not need to win this match. He just needs to have a good showing to impress the officials in upper management of Pro Wrestling Noah and New Japan Pro Wrestling. Nakanishi staying on the champion. Nakanishi staying on Kenta Kobashi. Kobashi with that palm strike, that shote. Nakanishi has been busted open tonight here on Thursday Night Throwdown. Nakanishi, a bloody mess that will now become a target, that will now become a bullseye for your IWGP World Champion, Kenta Kobashi. Kenta Kobashi, that time front facelock, DDT, that will not help the already lacerated face of Nakanishi. Neither will those knees to the back of the skull. Kenta Kobashi, so brutal, yet at the same time so methodical, always wrestling his pace, always dictating the speed of the match. Lariat ducked, sleeper hold, let's see where this goes. Kobashi, sleeper suplex! Nakanishi, I believe, is out. Lateral press, referee in position. Nakanishi, that tough Japanese strong style fighter. Kenta Kobashi sits out that time. Sit out pile driver. Nakanishi back up. We talked about the Road Warriors. The Road Warriors were known for being able to take that pile driver. Nakanishi does the same. Nakanishi now, not a scoop and a slam, ties Kobashi up in the tree of woe. I'm not sure, fans. That kick might have been low. We hear some booing from the audience here in Japan. Especial de Gory Guerrero, a modified variation as Nakanishi drops the champion. Nakanishi with a damn impressive showing here. Here it is, that trademark torture rack. One of the trademark moves, takes it into a gut buster. Stays on him, hooks him in the camel clutch. What a brilliant combination. Staying on the back after working the gut. Nakanishi here needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Needs to watch his cardio, his stamina, his endurance. Spinning back fist there, we talked about that earlier. The champion, Kenta Kobashi, cinching his man up top. Cinching his man up on that Falcon's nest. Let's see where it goes here. Avalanche Brainbuster. We saw that in the last match. We saw that from Otani. Kenta Kobashi opting not to go for a cover, staying on his man. There's another chop we saw. Both men exchanging chops, exchanging boots. It's a brawl here as we see them engage, centering with that Greco-Roman knuckle lock. Who's going to get the better of this? Drop step from Kobashi, waistlock, bridging German suplex hold. 2, and no! It's Nakanishi kicking out. It's Nakanishi being able to survive. Kenta Kobashi staying on his man, staying on that bloody mess. Irish whip to the corner, shoulder block from the 255-pound IWGP champion. Once again, fans, you are watching the very best Puro Resu, the very best pro wrestling you're going to find anywhere on the planet. We do it here every Thursday night. It's Thursday Night Throwdown. YouTube.com/Arachnid Soul. Like, comment, subscribe. There we see that side slam. And Kenta Kobashi right back up. Nakanishi once again will engage with that torture rack. So many moves out of this hold he has. Actually threw him overhead that time. Not quite a powerbomb, but a move that will have a very similar effect. That wasn't quite a powerbomb. We might see one here. No! It's Kenta Kobashi with the squat and the backdrop. Kenta Kobashi, we talked earlier on about how methodical he can be, slowing the pace down, dictating the pace. There you see the head scissors there. Kenta Kobashi just trying to wear down his man here, and follows up not with the lateral press, but with the Kimura lock, a move used to dislocate a man's shoulder or snap his forearm. Kenta Kobashi picking his man back up. Backbreaker. Swings through. There's the old school expulsion. North-south cover here. Wait a minute. Lights out in the building. Oh, come on, guys. Not tonight. Not tonight. We're back. We're live. Kenta Kobashi. There's the Orange Crush. Followed up that old school expulsion. Followed up that move of Steve Corino's with the Orange Crush. Follows that up with the moonsault. Hooks the far leg. Does not even get a 1 count on the bloody Nakanishi. Nakanishi once again, another backbreaker hold. And throws Kobashi away. Throws away the 255 damn near pounder like he was a cruiserweight. Both men here exchanging chops. Short lariat that time. Another chop. Back heel sweep. I mean, that's a good way to tear a guy's MCL. That's a good way to tear a guy's ACL. Standing switch. Collar and elbow lockup. Once again, what an awesome main event we're witnessing from these two amazing heavyweight wrestlers. Nakanishi that time with the shin breaker on Kobashi. Nakanishi looking to put this thing away. Nakanishi looking for that winning combination. Nakanishi looking like he's punched out. Kenta Kobashi, short lariat that time. Shoots Nakanishi off to the ropes. Kobashi comes in, another big boot. Misses with that chop. There are the machine gun chops. There they are, those trademark machine gun chops of Kenta Kobashi. Snatches the side headlock out of the corner. Side headlock takeover. Actually traps the arm that time. Wanted a submission, not a pinfall. Great catches, catch can, to quote Carl Gotch. Great technical wrestling. Burning Lariato! If Kobashi can top him, that's it. No. Kobashi wants more. Picks his man back up. It's another front face lock, another front chancery. It's another Orange Crush. That's gotta be it. Kobashi, no, Kobashi not going for the cover. Kobashi fires up. Your IWGP World Champion is like a man possessed. Irish Whip, let's see what this is. Burning Lariato! If Kobashi can top him, shoots the half cover. 1, 2. Kenta Kobashi, your IWGP World Champion, looks damn impressive in his return. Not to take anything away from Nakanishi. Nakanishi, a serious contender. Nakanishi, a serious showing. Fans, it's been your main event. It's been awesome. Join us next week. Join us every week. Once again, it's your boy, Arachnid Soul. We've just got a little bit more in store for you. Please stay with us. And you see that graphic on the screen. Nakanishi has left the ring. Kenta Kobashi, celebrating with the fans, has put his entrance robe back on. It's a big celebration here tonight in Japan. But let's not talk about tonight anymore. Let's talk about next week. Naomichi Marufuji, Minoru Tanaka, New Japan Pro Wrestling versus Pro Wrestling Noah. It's your Catchweight Championship main event. It's next Thursday night. Wait a minute. Do we have a camera? Can we cut back to the arena? I know we've got to go. Cut back to the arena. It's the same BS we saw at Wrestle Kingdom. Is he coming back out here? If you didn't see Wrestle Kingdom, I think you're going to see the man now. What the hell is he doing here? What does he want?
Oh, it's time! It's time! It's Vader time! Ladies and gentlemen, let's see the hottest battle of great wrestling.
Fans, we're not going to put up with this. Join us next week. We're getting out of this. We're out of time. We got to go.